Well, hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming, and I am super duper excited about this project that we're going to be doing today. We are going to be making a garden gate for fall in a black and white color scheme with the neutral, and we're going to make some adorable stuffed sunflower-ish flowers. It's going to be super cute. And what I wanted to show you was this project is my inspiration. We're not doing exactly the same thing, but I made this project, I don't know, 2 years ago maybe? And I called these Lollipop Flowers. They're Stuffies, of course. And these are paint stir sticks. So let's hop in and get started, and I'll show you what we'll be doing. Okay. All right, and this is right here is sort of a little preview of where we're headed. It's going to be absolutely adorable. It's super easy, very, very affordable project, and I think it would be super cute on the front door, in your house, on your pantry door, all kinds of things. Okay, so we will be using stir sticks. I have 8 of these. They are 5-gallon size, and mine came from either Home Depot or Lowe's. You can get them at Walmart. You can get them at any Home Depot, any hardware store. They're usually about 3 for $1, so I have about $2.70 worth here. So 8 pieces of 5-gallon, 3 pieces of 1-gallon paint stir sticks, same place. These you get about 10 of them for $1. We're going to be using some wood dowels for our flowers. You can use whatever size, shape, whether you want them round. This package here came from Walmart, and it has some square dowels in there too, which are kind of cute. Let's put these here. We're going to be using some canvas duck fabric, which you can pick this up at any fabric store. What is canvas duck? That's a question I get all the time. It's just a really thick canvas. This particular one right here is kind of an oatmeal color, but you can get it in a white. You can get some that have designs on them. I usually get mine at either Hobby Lobby when they have their fabric on sale, or at Walmart in the fabric department at my store, if there is someone there. Okay, and then we'll be using some, which way does this go? E6000 glue along with hot glue. We'll be using this amazing stencil, which I know mine looks really cruddy. It's because I love it, and I have probably used it at least 20 times, if not more. It's called Daisy Pattern. Super versatile. We'll also be using some of the pieces from this new set that's called Quad Sunflower. And there's multiple pieces to it. We'll be using black ink. This is just a quick summary of what we'll be using. And then we'll be using my favorite ink and chalk paste markers from MagnoliaDIY.com. Okay, then scissors, a little bit of stuffing, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so let's start with the gate first. That's a good place to start. All right, I don't know if you noticed on this one, but there's multiple ways that you could build a garden gate using paint stir sticks. You can do them where they all have the same end up, because if you notice, they have this shape is supposed to be the handle, and this is where you stick it in the paint. So you can do them all up, or you can alternate them. And most of these have little markings on there. You can choose to have those show, choose to have them be flip-flop, flip-flop, or choose to not have them show at all. Then the other thing is you can smoosh all of your pieces together, or you can space them apart just a little bit, like what I did with this. And this is basically what I'm going to do for the project today. Here is the back. And it doesn't look great on the back, but shoot, who cares? I just used 3 of the smaller paint stir sticks with some hot glue and E6000 and 3 pieces to build it. Okay, so let's do that first. All right. I think I have decided for this project that I want to do, just like that other one, I want to do them all with this same handle end at the top. And I want to do them with, so that the little measurements on here, can you see that? Don't show. And I just am using 8 pieces, but you can use however many you want. The more you use, the wider your gate will look. Okay. The trickiest part about this project is getting it to be relatively straight and spaced out. All right, so I'm going to use another piece to kind of push my garden gate pieces up, but let me just fiddle with them for a moment before I do that. This will help me get them straight, or straight-ish. And there's no specific distance that they have to be apart, but I'll get my ruler in just a second because I know someone will ask, and I'll tell you. This seems a little more spaced out than the one I showed before. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just take another one and basically just push the bottoms so that they're all straight. Okay. So, these are about 1/3 of an inch apart. Oh wait, and I have to flip them over because I need to glue these on them. So sorry. So how is everyone doing? Are you having a good day? You know what? Let's say we're going to use the side that has all the markings. It's fine because I don't want to. Oh, but I'm going to have to put them closer because otherwise my stir sticks are not long enough, so we might as well flip them over. Drats. And we could even put them all pushed together since you've seen the other style, but let me just space them out just a little teeny bit. This is going to be the back. They need to be pretty, like sliver close to each other. For my shorter paint stir sticks to work as the braces on the back. Okay, so you are going to be using, if you decide to do this project, you're going to want to use hot glue to make the quick stick, but then you're also going to want to use E6000 because that's much stronger, and especially if you decide to put this on a front door where it might get cold and hot and cold and hot. Okay, this is going to work just fine. So let's see. I've got my low temperature hot glue gun heating and ready to go. I also have my E6000 out, and let's do the first thing straight across. So I'm going to put, think about this. Okay, so I'm going to put a blob of this E6000 on each piece. I'm doing this first because the hot glue you have to move pretty quick. And I'm noticing that this is shuffling my sticks around a little bit, so let's see. I could have done this part first, but I felt like this was something that you guys would want to see. It's not hard, it's like wrestling a snake. Sort of, because there's too many moving pieces. Okay, so I have the glue right here. I'm going to use this stick since I have it handy. And I'm just going to put big blobs of hot glue, like on top of the E6000. And then I'm going to stick my first brace down. And I want it to be relatively straight. Let me look. So let me just give this a second for this hot glue to do its thing. The E6000 will take longer to dry, obviously. Okay, and then let's do our next layer about here. And so I'm going to do my E6000 first, roughly along this line. You really won't see this part from the front, but still, it's what's going to hold the whole thing together, so it's important. So I'm using E6000 and hot glue, in case you're wondering, what is she doing? All right, and then we'll use this one. Just use the other stir stick really as a guide. These flowers we're going to make today are so incredibly cute. Okay, I'm going to turn on my fan in here because my lights get hot. They really do. Okay, so then I'm just going to do this brace sort of diagonal, and let me think, how am I going to do this? I'll put my ruler basically where it's going to go. There's no magic right or wrong. This brace is not quite as important as the other ones. I do recommend that you put the E6000 on first, because it doesn't have, you don't have to move quick with that. But with the hot glue, you do have to move pretty quick. I don't want to glue my ruler to my project. Okay. Okay, so in case you're wondering, why is she using E6000 and hot glue? I'm using the E6000 to give it some long-term strength, and it's especially important if you're going to put this project outside where it could get hot and then cold and then hot and then cold. And then I'm using this just so that we can have the instant glue effect and be able to go forward with our project. Okay. So, whoops. I did want to show you a couple other things in regards to these paint stir sticks. You could paint them, or you could stain them, or you could just leave them natural. It's really up to you. There's a ton of possibilities. And paint stir sticks are a great building component for a project like this. Okay, let's flip it over and just hope that it doesn't fall apart. Yay! Here is our gate. So when it's time to hang it, I'll just take some jute and tie it in between, around this and around this right here, okay? So that's super cute. Okay, let me figure out where I can set it so I won't mess it up and so it can continue drying. All right. Hey, and I wanted to tell you something fun. And that is, I wanted to share with you my sprinkle gift for this week. So, if you will sprinkle this video to your social media, whether that's Facebook, Instagram, whatever you choose, then I'm gonna pick probably on Thursday or Friday, just one name, sorry, it's one sprinkle gift. And I will be sending to one random person who sprinkled and told me that they sprinkled this Hello Fall stencil, which is beautiful. Oh my goodness. This is brand new. It's still in the package. So it is my sprinkle gift for this week. To get your name in my hat for this, it costs you absolutely nothing except a moment or two of your time to sprinkle this video to your social media. Why do I do that? Just so that your friends and family can see what I'm doing, which is how my business basically is growing. Okay, so then let's move on to the next step, which is the flowers. Okay, so what I did before I came live is I just took a piece of this canvas fabric and my super adorable, well-loved, you guys, these things last forever. If you take care of them, even when they don't really have any stick left, they still work just great. So I laid my stencil on top of a piece of my canvas and I pressed it down, and I opted to go for a black and white and natural look for this project, but you could use whatever color you want. And then I used some squeegee, a squeegee and some black, coal black ink. And I just put it on my squeegee, and you just literally, we will be stenciling. So if you've never seen stenciling, which I'm sure you have, I will be showing that. But this is how I make my own fabric, and I do this all the time in all kinds of different colors. So that's what I did. And then when it was dry, I heat set it with a hot iron. And I put it on my ironing board, which is right here, but it's filled with stuff. And I set my iron on cotton, no steam. And then you're just gonna go over it after it's dry, 3 minutes or so on each side. And then it's permanent. And if it was something like a t-shirt, a tea towel, a tote bag, a pillow, you could wash it and dry it. Now we're not gonna wash or dry these flowers for sure. But that is how you heat set ink, which is what you use on fabric. And I always use a piece of parchment paper in between my iron and the fabric just to make sure that it doesn't get my iron sticky. Okay, so before I came live, I did a couple of things. I took some computer paper to make a pattern. I'm going to show you how to do that. I do not have a PDF of this. I mean, I could take a picture of it, but you can look at it right here. Okay, so I folded a piece of paper 4 times, and then I did, it looks almost like a heart. Do you see that? And then when you unfold it, this is basically what you get, which kind of looks like a clover, but it's going to be reminiscent of a sunflower. I did exactly the same thing to make a smaller one. So those are my 2 flowers. And this is what I used as my pattern. Okay, where did I put my fabric? And then I cut out 2 pieces of each. So let's say we're making some more of the small ones. I'm going to cut out 2 at the same time. That's so much easier. Where are my pins? Here they are. And I'm just going to pin my little computer paper pattern to the fabric. And cut it out. Okay, super easy. And that's what I have right here. I have a front and a back, okay? And that is what I did. Exact same thing. I want to kind of skip ahead on some steps because they're super big time suckers. And you don't want to sit and watch me cut out canvas, do you? I don't think so. You'd rather see the good stuff. Okay, so that is what I did for this little one and also for this big one. And also I will be doing it for this piece right here. I'll be cutting that in just a second. Okay, so what I want to remind you about is, do you guys remember, gosh, when was it? 2 months ago, a month ago, when we made these stuffy sunflower door hangers. Do you remember these? I will probably replay this video today. So if you missed it, just come back to DiyDreaming and look for it. Isn't it cute? This is the same canvas deck. And then I painted it and I used the pens that we're going to use today to make all the cute little design. And then I stuffed it. But what I want to show you, what I love, love, love about this project was doing this idea where you glue a section, stuff it, and then glue it shut. And then you glue the start of a section, you stuff it, and then you finish it, gluing it shut. It gives it dimension. Can you see what I'm talking about? It's harder to see on the front. That's why I'm showing you the back. This was such a fun project. Oh my gosh. I have totally loved that. Okay, so we're gonna do something similar here. And let's start with this one that I've already started, which I decided to use my ink pen from this awesome set, you guys. I use this so much. I'm just looking around my room. I want to show you a couple of projects. It has white, black, gold, and silver in ink and chalk paste. This was an adorable project I made about 2 years ago, and I used the gold ink pen to draw around the edges of my flower and to do these little dot, dot, dots and to do the dot, dot, dots on the butterflies. Isn't that cute? That's one of my all-time favorite projects. And then I also used it on this one right here. I used the white pen to do the dot, dot, dash, dot, dot, dash. Can you see that? So there's a million other things that you can use this pen set for. But if you don't have it yet, it's like $15 for 8 pens. And it's super versatile. And so for my friends out there who already have this, tell us in the comments, if you're watching on Facebook, what you think about these pens. Do you love them? I love them. I love, 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 love them. I think every crafter needs to have a set of these. I mean, they're super affordable and really awesome. Okay, so what I did is I used my ink, which in the pens, just so you know, the inks, which are for fabric, have a black body and then a lid that is whatever color the pen is. So this is black ink. It has a black body and a black lid. This is silver ink. It has a black body and a silver lid. The chalk paste have a white body and then whatever color lid that the ink is, or that the chalk paste is. Okay, so I used this black ink to do, before I stuffed it, I did let it dry. I just drew a circle in the center with dot, 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 dash, dot, 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 dash, and then I drew these little edges. And those are going to be the compartments that we're going to stuff. So let's do that before we move on to the next flower. And I'm just using some completely average, boring Crafters polyfill from Walmart. There's nothing fancy about this. If you don't have polyfill, you could take apart a pillow. I do that kind of stuff all the time. Yeah, you don't have to have a new bag of polyfill that's actually, you know, designed for stuffing something. You can repurpose an old pillow that you don't like. Okay, so before I got started, I glued that center, stuffed it, and then closed it. And then this is just one of these dowels that I glued in. You can see where it's glued, right? Okay, so let's start stuffing. And I'm gonna stuff from the back because I can see the lines on my fabric. So I'm just gonna do, I'm not completely closing each one because I want to be able to get into it. So what I did was I glued along this line right here, this one. And then I glued a little bit on either side. Okay, and then let's just take a little pinch. Ooh, I might have glued that too small. Can I get my finger in there? Note to myself, don't glue the hole so small next time. I have 2 other really fun flowers to show you, so stay with me. And then we'll do a pocket for the front of our garden gate, and then we'll put our flowers in it, and it's gonna be super cute. Okay, so you can see how that is stuffed. On the next one that I make, I will not make that hole so small at the bottom. Okay, because I did fray my fabric a little bit more than what I would have wanted to, just trying to get it stuffed. Okay, now I'm gonna glue that shut. And let's trim a little bit of this off where it's gotten so frayed. So there's the first one. Okay, in fact, I think I'm gonna leave the bottom completely unstuffed. And where is that? Or unglued. And then stuff each section and then glue it shut. So what I did is I just glued along this line right here and I didn't glue the edge. And we'll just go around a circle, push some stuffing into it, and then glue each. Ah, that's so much easier. Sometimes I figure things out right while I'm in the middle of a video. What do you guys think so far? It looks kind of plain, but it's gonna look adorable when I show you these other ones that it's gonna be sitting with. And thank you to everyone who did stars. I so appreciate that. Oh, this is so much quicker. There's really no need to make it difficult. That might be too much stuffing. So stuffies are my thing. Oh, thank you, Judy. She says it's so, so cute. And Kathy says that she loves my flowers. Thank you, Kathy. I do, if you're new to DIY so I have a little bit of a flower obsession, and it seems like I do make flowers every week. A lot of times they're stuffies like this, but all different things. Big, small. I love to make coffee filter flowers. I'm looking around my room. Some of the favorite ones that I ever made, where are they? I don't know where they are, but they were felt lavender, which I called those kind of a twirly-do flower. There's so many flowers that you can make from scratch out of sort of unusual items. Okay, some of my stuffing came out right there. And you do want to be careful with the stuffing because when it gets glue on it, it gets really hot, and it could burn you. I can come back when this is all finished and trim up whatever edges. If I didn't glue it exactly perfect, I can fix all of that. Just a little bit more in this one. this is the plainer flower. And we're gonna have 3 in our little project. You thought the flower, okay, so let's see. I'm looking at my comments on Facebook, and Janice Donahue says she thought this flower would be hard to make, but I make it look easy. It is easy. It's super easy. So don't, this is the kind of thing I love, where you're basically creating your own thing, you know, out of nothing, out of some painter's drop cloth. And these stencils are reusable many, many, many times. So you could do, that's too much, so many different things with one stencil, so many different flowers, all kinds of other projects. So if you added up just a little bit of duck cloth, a little bit of stuffing, a wood dowel, these are super affordable. And you use like a drop of ink. So it's just, this is like making a flower out of nothing, out of less than $1 worth of supplies. And that's totally my thing. So once I get my stuffing in, then I just kind of pinch it shut. And there are some areas where there's a little bit of stuffing that got poked out that you can easily clean up. But I want to finish this one quick so that we can go on to the next. Do I need to glue here anywhere? Let's see. Maybe a little bit right there. That is too much. So in case you're wondering, I am using my Surebonder Cool Shot low temperature hot glue gun because I have had way too many hot glue burns in my lifetime of crafting, and I don't want to have that happen ever again. And this is hot glue, but it's not so hot that you're going to get blisters if you get it on your fingers. Okay, so here's flower 1. And I may come back after I'm done and add something to the rest of it. Okay, so here is a piece of my fabric that I showed you how I made. This is canvas duck with black ink and that all over daisy pattern. And this is a daisy, okay? But to me, it looks equally like a sunflower. So I'm just gonna pin it to a piece of plain and whoops, cut this out real quick. Then we'll stuff this one. I don't think we'll do this one with individual sections. We might put a piece of plain white or plain canvas, this is creamy colored duck cloth in the center. And then we'll do the other one. Stay with me and then we'll assemble it. And I have a super cute idea for the little pouch that we're gonna put it all in. It's adorable. So if you're wondering about the supplies I'm using, the stencils and the chalk and ink paste pens, the ink and chalk paste pens, sorry, those all come from my website, which is magnoliadiy.com, but I would be glad to get you a direct link to each one of these things that we're using today, so you don't have to hunt them down. So if you just say link or say sunflower or something like that in the comments, then I will get you a direct, I'll get you a list of all the direct links so you don't have to search. Okay, we're almost done. This is the boring part that I said about cutting things out, that I try to prepare in advance so that you're not bored watching. Okay, let's do a little, let me see where I want to take it, a little circle for the center of this. And I am not great at cutting circles at all. So I'm just gonna fold my fabric in 4 pieces and I'm gonna do my best. Usually my circles end up looking more like ovals. This one's got some very square corners. Close enough. Okay, so I have a front and I have a back, and I'm gonna just glue this piece and stuff it just a little bit in the center of the front piece. The other flower that I have here is super cute too. I can't wait to show you. There's so many different things that you can do. Okay, let me put this aside. Grab just a little bit. That fluff. Then I'll put my hot glue. Okay, so here is the front. We could come back and add a button to it. Oh my gosh, there's so many different things that we could do. So I'm gonna remove most of my pins that I used to pin the 2 pieces together. I'm not gonna remove all of them, and let me tell you why. This is not a perfect mirror image, and sometimes it's hard to get the pieces back together once you take them apart. It's hard to figure out what goes where. So I'm just gonna start. We're not gonna do segments on this one because if we do it all the same, it will look, you know, it won't be as interesting. So I'm gonna do a little ways and then we'll come stuff it. We'll stuff that side. Okay. Yeah, so I've got about half of it done. This part's still open. Let's just go further. And I can come back and trim if I find that it's not matching up great. Okay, so this is how much is open at the bottom. This is also where we're, uh-oh. I didn't think about my dowel needing to be up and down. Let's see, can I get this busted open right here? Oopsie. Yeah. Okay, let's do the dowel first. So I'm gonna just, you know, we'll do the dowel second, but I'm gonna stuff it first. And I pulled open a spot at the bottom because I want my sunflowers on this to be right side up, not laying sideways. If you pull the fibers apart on your stuffing a little bit before you put it in, then it won't be so lumpy. Okay, I've paused my comments, so let's see what you guys are saying. I do have a sprinkle gift for this video, and it's a brand new stencil that says Hello Fall. So if you missed that part, if you will, if you would like to participate, you can sprinkle this video to your social media, and then probably on Thursday, I'll and tell me that you did it also. I will randomly pick a couple of names to, I'll pick one name, sorry. I'm stuffing and talking. One name, and that person will get the sprinkle gift, which is this awesome brand new stencil. And it costs you absolutely nothing to participate. Okay, I've got it partially stuffed. So I'm gonna do my dowel right now. trying to kind of pop it in the stuffing. And then I'm going to glue it. To my fabric on the front and the back. I'm going to glue this little bit that I had to tear open closed. And then we'll finish stuffing from the other side and we'll close it up. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. I was moving so quick, look at all those glue strings, that I almost forgot to put my dowel in so that my sunflowers would be going up and down and not sideways. So let's finish this up. This is so cute. This is going to be such a cute project. I think I'll put it on my front door. And if you guys decide to do something similar, I would love to see pictures of yours. I get so many ideas from the craft projects that you guys do. Okay, so I'm gonna say that that's about enough. And let's glue part of this shut. Glue that petal. Okay, and then I'm gonna poke a little more stuffing down in that part. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. I may come back and make some leaves. We'll see. I love black and white. I wore black and white today just so I would kind of go with my project. And I love black and white and neutral. Okay, you guys, look how adorable that flower is and how adorable it will be with this one. Isn't that cute? I think it's pretty cute. Okay, the next flower I have for us is this one, and it's the smaller one. And what I did was, let me take it apart here. I used my pins to do dot, 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 dot all the way around. And then I cut out one of the little sunflower heads out of this fabric that we made with the daisy pattern stencil. It looks, I swear it looks like a sunflower to me. Okay, so let's put this on first thing. And we'll do the same thing, we'll stuff it a little bit. Just putting my glue right around the very edges of this front piece. And let's put a little bit of fluff in there. Okay, and I have this one marked like I was telling you before, so I know how these go back together. Can you see those pins? Okay, so let's glue this center, this little sunflower center, closed. And then we'll start gluing our flower. And this time I'm gonna remember my dowel. Where did it go? I think it fell on the floor. Thank you so much to everyone who did stars. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments. And also, I'm just gonna start right here. Feel free to sprinkle if you want to get your name in my hat for the sprinkle gift, which is, where did I put it? Oh, it's in my envelope. I got my envelope out already. It's this beautiful Hello Fall stencil. So if you'll just sprinkle this video to your social media, then on Thursday or Friday, I will look back to everyone who sprinkled and told me that they did that, and I will pick at random one person's name to receive that stencil. Okay, I'm gonna do, let me think, how do I wanna do this? I'm gonna leave the bottom of this open to stuff it that way, and then to do my dowel last. I think that could work. So I'm gonna go away all the way around, almost out to the edge. All the little petals. And I have this part open. Okay, let's see, did I get the whole way? I don't think I did. Yeah, I didn't get this part right here. Okay, look how cute this flower is going to be. Is that adorable or what? Yes, it's very adorable. So I'm going to stuff it, then I'll do the dowel. Then I will glue the dowel to the front and the back. And then I'll show you the little pouch that I made that is adorable. And I will tell you another way that you could amp it up in cuteness. Although I don't think I'm going to do it to mine, you certainly could to yours if you decide to do a project like this. Also, if you want links to any of the, oh, thank you so much for the stars. If you want links to any of the stencils that we've used or to anything else, just let me know. I have a website. It's magnoliadiy.com, all smushed together, no space in there, because if you put a space in it, it will take you to a barbecue store. I don't know why, but anyways, if you want an easy link that goes direct to the things that we use, just let me know. You can say link or sunflower or something. Okay, it's mostly stuffed. And now I'm gonna stick my little dowel kind of into the stuffing. And then I'm gonna put glue on it. Okay, let's stick a little bit more fluff in this last petal. And we'll do our pocket. And then I will look at the project for the next day or so to see what I think else needs to be done to it. But I will get pictures. Look how cute that flower turned out. What do you guys think? Isn't that cute? Yeah, I'll get pictures of that. Okay, so let's get our garden gate out. And I'm going to remind you what my inspiration was. It was this one that I made a few years ago that says Bloom. And I used some different kind of fabrics, and these are swirly-do flowers is what I called them. They're swirly-do because I glued that, that jute on them in a swirl. So this was my inspiration. You can see how I have, oh, my jute just came untied on one side, but that's basically how I hung it. Okay. So on this one, I didn't make a separate sign. Instead, I stenciled on our pouch. And I used, what is it? This is part of this adorable set of stencils called Sunflower Quads. I used this one. It says home, and I used black ink, and I heat set it when it was dry, and then I just kind of folded this little flap over so that we'd have, and this fabric, this canvas deck, you can take a little snip and tear it, and then you'll get these awesome frayed edges. So this is a great stencil set. It has home. This one says gather, and I know they look terrible, but I've used them a lot. And this one says shine like a sunflower. And then here's a row of sunflowers, half of them, and here's another sunflower. And what I had thought would be really cute, but I don't want to take the time to do it right now, would be to put a row of sunflowers on this little flap. I think this project is plenty cute without that, but you could certainly do that. Okay, so let me just fiddle to see where I want to glue this, how high or low, and possibly I'll come back and make some more flowers. I don't know. We'll see. Oh my gosh, this is so cute! I'm so excited. Okay, I think I'm gonna do it about right here, and I'm gonna stuff this pouch. So I'm not gonna pull it super tight. I'm gonna glue it on with enough room for it to have, let me tack it down in one area so that it doesn't slide around. Fold down. Okay, so what I did was I scooted this over a little bit so that when I stuff it, it will have enough room. We'll try to do the same, basically the same thing on the other side. We'll see how that works. Scooch over. It's gonna have a little bit of, let me stuff it and then I'll manage the bottom of it. This is gonna be what we'll poke our flowers into. And I could come back if I wanted and add some black ribbon or something. That would be super cute. I don't know if it needs that or not. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Does it need something else to complete it, or do you think it's pretty cute the way it is? Okay, so here's what our little pouch looks like. So I put it on the inside 4 slats, and I left the 2 outside slats plain. And then we will fiddle with our flowers a little bit. I might want to cut some of these dowels a little bit shorter. I don't know. We'll see. And I think I want this one shorter. So let me see. I have some of these little metal clippers. Oops. stuffing down so far. I think I want this one a little bit shorter too. Okay, so I'm about to do a reveal, and I want to know what you guys think about the project. And you don't just have to say it's cute. You can tell me what you think it still needs. Oops, I need some more glue. And that would be super helpful for you to tell me what else do I need to add to this. A little more stuffing. Does it need a ribbon? Does it need some more decoration on it? It's pretty cute, if you ask me. Home. I love the neutral with the black and white. I think if I did more than 3 flowers in there, it might look kind of busy, but I do have all kinds of black ribbons, so I could do, let's see, where's this pinned? I could do a row like across here, and then a row like right here or something. What do you guys think about that idea? It's pretty cute on the bottom. Let's just try it out. I'll just do a little dollop of glue on the back, and then I'll be able to remove it. Let's just see if that would be cute. Do you like that? Or does it cut off? I think maybe it cuts off the pouch. Maybe we need a little row of ribbon. Take this off. Oh, for Pete's sake. I was a little heavy with the glue. I was definitely heavy with the glue. Or maybe it needs a little something. Oh my goodness. This would be adorable. What do you guys think about this idea? And I could make a bow and put it off to the side. Although I don't know that it really needs that. I think this is better. You guys tell me what you think. I did something like that. Of course, I would do it straight. This is not straight, but this gives you the idea of what I'm talking about. Do you like something like that? Is it fabric glue? Nope, it's not. I only use the more expensive fabric glue on fabric projects where they're going to need to be washed. This will never be washed. This is finished as it is. So it'll never need to be washed, and there's no reason to waste the more expensive glue on that, in my opinion. So what do you guys think? Do you like it? Tell me in the comments. Let me know if you want links to any of the stencils that we used to make any of the cute little pieces, or if you would like a link to this awesome paint set, which if you don't already have this, you should definitely get it because I use it all the time. And so let me know if you want links to those. If you sprinkle and tell me that you sprinkled, I'll put your name in my hat for my sprinkle gift for this week, which is this brand new awesome stencil that says Hello Fall. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. So tell me what you think it needs to finish off. Do a this or a this, or say something to me in the comments if you want Facebook to think that you like me and that you want to see what I'm doing here, because that seems to be the thing for them. Also, if you're watching on Facebook, check to see if you've liked and followed this page. If you're watching on YouTube, I would love for you to like this video and subscribe. Yeah, so let me know and I will get pictures. I'm gonna look at your comments to see what you guys think I should do to finish this project off, and I'll get pictures and I'll get back to you guys this afternoon. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye. Oh gosh, I hate to hang up when there's all these little thumbs and hearts floating up. So maybe I'll give you one more opportunity to do a screenshot if you would like to. All right, have a blessed and wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys later. Bye.